Hello, I'm Todd Clemons, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report for March the 7th and 8th. We're into March. This weekend coming up is Rodeo weekend in Okeechobee, so it's always a big event. I think over 60 years that show's been going on here during the Speckled Perch week. So Saturday and Sunday, 2 p.m., come out and see one of the old-time great rodeos out in the dirt, in the open air, in the old historic Cattlemen's Arena on Highway 441. Have a great time. And the price of the ticket, whatever that is, the bronc riding is worth that alone. And then you get all the other events on top of that for free. But if you like saddle bronc riding, come out and watch it, because the last 2 or 3 years we've had the best in the world right here in Okeechobee. So come out and support your Okeechobee County Cattlemen's Association. It's a fundraiser. It's a nonprofit. All the proceeds go to local kids graduating from high school here that are going into ag programs, and we're trying to support the kids in the 4-H and the FFA here in Okeechobee. So come on out. As far as the market goes, we had a pretty decent run of cattle this week. I thought after we got some rain we might not get very many, because the grass really is greening up and these prices aren't what they were here 30 or 45 days ago. But they're still bringing them in, and we had close to 900 on Monday and close to 1,200 on Tuesday, which for this time of year is pretty good. That's over 2,000 head. We're still seeing a lot of slaughter class animals. Percentage-wise, over 30, I think close to 40% of the sale was cows and bulls for slaughter. And even though they've backed off a little bit on prices, they're still selling real good. Most of the cows are bringing up there in the 80s. Adams Ranch had some real good cows here this week, 2 different loads, 30 head on one load and 40 on another load, and they were those good red Adams cows, and they weighed good and they were in good condition, and I'm sure they probably averaged close to 85 cents a pound. And then we had some other good cows here too, and then some bulls. We saw some bulls bringing over $1, still $1.10 to $1.15 on those really good big bulls, which is crazy. It shows you that hamburger meat is in high demand, and Lord have mercy, have there been a lot of cows come to town because of drought conditions out west and all over the whole country. This cattle inventory is getting lower and lower by the minute or by the day. So I don't know what kind of calf crop we're going to have in the future, but when you're killing off as many cows and bulls as we are, the inventory across the whole country is going to be lower, which means lower calf crops, lower supply, which should translate into higher prices. It has been translating into higher prices for the packer. Let's get some of it back down at the producer level. We need to cut these imports out. We need to raise our meat here in product of the USA, born, raised, and harvested here in the US of A. We need to tighten down on some of these things. And you know, it's not any better with the grain market. It's extremely high. Wheat and soybean and corns are just record all-time highs. Fuel prices are high, and I know that, you know, all these calves here in Florida have to be transported to Texas or Oklahoma or Kansas or wherever they're going, you know, 1,500 miles or so at $20 a hundred. That's a lot of money, you know. And our calves, on a 500-pound calf this week, if you could get $1.60 or $1.70 for that calf, then you got to add another 20 cents on the cost just to get him transported out there. And so these guys buying these cattle are, you know, they're whittling away and doing their homework and pencil work, and they've got to figure in that freight and fuel and all that when they buy these cattle. So keep that in mind. But you can look at any market, look at them in Oklahoma or Missouri or anywhere across the country and see what calves are bringing. And I know there's 500-pound calves in Oklahoma or Kansas, wherever those good number 1 calves are out there. They're bringing over $2 a pound. Well, if you figure these calves here are bringing close to $1.80, and then you figure the freight on top of that, they're equal. They're all the same, you know. But our calves won't be reported as high. But you got to figure the freight in there to make it all work out. But anyway, the overall the feeder calf market was a little bit lower again. It could have been $3 to $5 or $4 to $6 lower on these calves, and the cow market was off a little bit too, even though they're still selling good. And the Ukraine-Russia deal has just got us all where we don't know what to do, and everything's just kind of on hold. The feel of the market and the optimism of the market that we had before all this Russian invasion happened was very positive, and fundamentals are still in our favor for us to have a good calf market and good calf prices. So we're just hoping once this conflict over there in Eastern Europe gets worked out that and things kind of get back to normal, hopefully this market will rebound and get back to where it needs to be before we all get ready to sell our calves. You watch, it won't happen until after we've all sold our calves, and then the market will go higher. But I don't know, sometimes it works out that way. So we had some high prices this week on the calf side. St. Lucie Partners from Stewart had a little old calf that weighed 200 pounds. It brought $2.25, bought by Foy Reynolds. And on the slaughter cow side, Heyman's 711 Ranch from Kenansville, Florida, topped the cow market with a 1,610-pound cow that brought $102.50, bought by Florida Beef. That's your market report. Thank you.